My father says we need to just get on with our lives. Like it's that easy. Yes?
Name's Nils. I'm the cook up at Candlehearth Hall. Can't just throw the big logs on the fire. Gotta have the little bits, too.
Did you look behind the forge? I think I saw it there.
Oh, yes. Now that you mention it, I think... sorry about that.
Come and browse my fine selection. Everything's fresh and
Everyone says Jorleif Greymane is the best smith in Skyrim. I plan to change a few minds about that. Every bit as sharp as what you'll find in Whiterun. I respect Jorleif, but he has the good fortune to work the Skyforge. Something about the fires. Their steel just holds tighter. If that makes any sense. I don't see these troubles as business. This is a labor of honor. To bring Ulfric his rightful glory, I would hammer 1,000 shields. Shore's bones. I might just have to. Whether it's armor you need or a new blade, come see me.
Need something? Huh? Need something?
If those Whiterun guards can... I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
good to see you. If you see
Need some metal hammered?
let me know, and I'll be glad to offer you a discount.
Hermir's become a decent smith. That's not nice. Like to think you one of those Skyrim for the Nords types.
Malfair told me you've been speaking to Ulfric about our situation. He said you're going to help us. So few Nords have ever offered to help us. A discount is the least.
And you're right. At least as far as I'm
Oh, I
concerned.
see. Well, I'm sorry.
Don't let Ulfric or some of these other short-sighted Nords bother you. Most of us are happy to welcome newcomers. If you meet anyone in your travels... I killed a lot of high elves in the Great War, and I didn't die. Guess that makes me a war hero. The Great War. There was nothing great about it. Thousands died on both sides. And where did it get us? Did we really save the Empire? Or did we just plant the seeds for Ulfric's uprising? Another war.
Come and browse my fine selection.
Help the
Everything's
Dark
fresh and
Elves.
delicious.
Oh, you must have heard me talking to Malfair. The Dark Elves live in a run-down slum called the Grey Quarter. Ulfric's content to keep it that way. I guess they think I can open Ulfric's eyes to their plight and get him to lift a finger on their behalf. I'm trying, but Ulfric is set in his
I have a
ways.
little of everything
For
sale.
him, there's
Come,
two
see for
kinds of
yourself.
people in this world. Nords and the folk beneath them. Safe journeys, sword brother.
I pray that you will shepherd these souls as they pass. I never expected Ulfric to live up to his legend, but he does. Every Nord should admire Ulfric. He fights for all of us. In fact, he's the reason I chose to learn the smithing trade. I want to make weapons and armor for the great Stormcloak army. Smithing isn't the most exciting thing for me. We all have to lend a hand as best we can. If a Stormcloak uses one of my swords to strike down an Imperial soldier, then I've done my part to free our land. A word of advice, don't buy discounted armor.
Everyone says you're... blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. Whether it's armor you need or a new blade, come see me.
Come and browse my fine selection. Everything's fresh and delicious.
My father says we need to just get on with our lives. Like it's that
I'd
easy.
travel more, but who wants to deal with all the soldiers these days? It was difficult at first. The Nords of this city are at best suspicious of outsiders. But in time, I made the right friends and proved myself useful enough that they don't give me trouble anymore. The Dark Elves are too proud and naive to understand the way things truly are, and so they continue to dwell in that slum.
Take home Windhelm's finest and freshest produce.
Just got here from the Somerset Isles. Lots of opportunity in Skyrim. Thank you for your custom.
Need something?
I lost my family years ago. Truth is, I don't really know what keeps me going. If you're looking to pass the time, you can give Calixto a few septims and gawk at whatever oddity he's come across lately. If you're in need of goods, there's a market. If it's a soft bed and a hot meal you're after, there's Candlehearth Hall.
Assorted wares and tools you just
There's an
can't
author
live
named
without.
Adonato
Come
staying
and
at the
see for
inn.
yourself.
He's published a few works of historical fiction. The clans Shattershield and Cruelsea see most of the gold that passes through the city. And obviously you have Ulfric, the Jarl and future High King. Oh, and that busybody Viola Giordano. She's got her nose in everyone's business, which I guess is one way of being prominent. Fair winds and calm seas. That's an old sailor's party. Did Viola send you to bother me? Well, nothing. At least not anymore. Folk just call me that because of what I used to do. I was a sailor for many a year. I made my coin as a trader, and in time, I bought my own ship. When I retired here in Windhelm, most folk already knew me as Captain Lonelygale, and the name just stuck.
Oh, I see. Yes, of course.
Terrible shame that. Seems we have a killer on the loose here in Windhelm. He's claimed 3 victims that I know of, though maybe there's more that haven't been found yet. All lovely ladies, too. Let's hope the gods find that demon soon and introduce him to the headman's axe. It was a pleasure to talk to someone so interesting.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
Need something? Everything you see is grown at my family's own Hollyfrost farm, fresh and filling. I also do a little herb growing. The court wizard, Woundfirth, pays us to plant a little nightshade. Who knows what he uses it for? Hey, could you deliver this bottle of nightshade extract to Woundfirth?
Associates in the shipping profession. I have a business proposition for any sailors who might be looking to make a few extra seconds.
If that business proposition includes
Thanks.
forget it. The sailors I know are plenty good at finding trouble without any help.
A little of everything for sale. Come see me.
There's an old saying that only a Nord can work the soil in Skyrim. I don't think anyone else would have the patience for it. It takes half a day just to dig a planting row in the cold, stony earth here. But what else can we do? Eat rocks and ice? Good day to you.
I lost my twin sister a while back. Have you ever lost anyone close? My father says we need to just get on with our lives.
Yes?
It's that easy.
She was terrible.
See ya.
Then one day, out of nowhere, she made the most amazing leek soup. She watched while we ate it, and when she saw how much we loved it, she was so proud.
I'm so sorry.
Assorted
Dwarf
fruits and
Lord.
vegetables.
You must be
All
suffering.
delicious and affordable.
I wish there was some way I
All
could
at
help.
reasonable prices.
You've done... I'd appreciate it if you don't bother my wife, Tova. She's still in mourning. Our little girl died recently. I've been shouldering my days with strong mead, but nothing gives my Tova peace. I've been looking for an amulet of RK to remind my wife that our child is with the gods now, but I can't find one. Thank
Come
you.
and browse my fine selection. Everything's fresh and delicious.
Fruits and vegetables.
It's all in the
all
swing.
rough and ready
Let me
for
show
the
you.
table.
Please forgive my
Need
mood.
something?
I'm still coming to terms with my daughter's death. I've been meaning to speak to you, Naranya.
I have a little of
Rumor
everything for
is
sale.
you've got
Come
ties.
see for yourself.
I've been a bit out of sorts. Not really sure what to do with myself anymore. I just miss her so much.
You need anything, come see me. I'm as resourceful as I am discreet. I'm a dark elf and I live in Windhelm, so yes, I live in the Grey Quarter. You must be new around here, or you'd know they don't let my kind live anywhere outside that slum.
Not that I'd know anything about it, of course, but
Wherever I can
it
find
seems to
it.
me that the last
If you're the
time
type who
I
worries
saw
over where
it
something
was
came
to
from,
draw
you may
attention
want to
the
move on.
The eyes of the law are everywhere.
Be sure to stop by Sadri's used wares in the Grey Quarter.
For a killer.
I try not to
Knows
think
what
of
else
her,
they might turn up.
but sometimes the simplest thing will remind me.
Assorted fruit.
I'll be fine.
Master, you're far too old for this sort of journey. We don't know what's inside.
I'll watch
You see,
it.
you're not well. Have a seat, and I'll fetch you some tonic.
Oh, if there was a tonic that could help me, I would have found it by now.
My master can be a bit short-tempered, but I've learned so much from him. Oh dear. Darkwater Crossing needs medicines for its miners. I'll see about getting this order filled right away. Here, a few septims for you. Are you kidding? I came all the way from Cyrodiil just to work with him. He's not the best teacher, but just watching him, I've learned so much. All right, then.
I'm so close to the answer. Just a man's life work is all. I finally derived the location of the White Phial, but this doting busybody won't let me get it. You would do that? It's good to know there are some people out there who are willing to help an old man. It's buried with its maker, Corral Mill, in a long-forsaken cave to the west of here. Corral Mill was a crafty one, even in death. You would need the skills of a master alchemist to reach his resting place. Luckily for you, I've already made the mixture. Here, take it. Please, don't dally. I've wasted enough time arguing with my useless assistant here. I've spent my entire life searching for it. It brought me all the way to these frozen reaches from the warm embrace of Somerset Isle. Entire years spent in libraries, seeking out tiny villages with local legends that contain but a whisper of a hint of the Phial. I even named my shop after it, hoping that it might attract anyone who had heard of it. And now it's within my grasp. But the Eight, it seems, have chosen me for their amusement. For in my current condition, I'll never be able to lay my hands on it. A legendary bottle, forged in the days when Skyrim was just starting its turn to ice. A small container, made of the magically infused snow that first fell on the throat of the world. It is said that the phial will replenish whatever fluid is placed inside of it. For an alchemist like myself, it is the most pure expression of my art. To create from nothingness is poetry. Got a pretty full stock of potions and alchemy reagents. Why are you still standing around here? Go get me the phial, you fool! Quintus,
My master can be a bit short-tempered, but I've learned so much from him. It doesn't matter what I believe. Norellian does. And it might be the only thing keeping him alive right now.
It will help me determine the season of his burial, which I can cross-reference.
All right, then. I apologize, Master.
Don't waste time apologizing. Just find the book. I don't...
Assorted fruits and vegetables, all delicious and affordable.
My job's simple enough. The dead don't... Luckily, Windhelm is cold, so the dead don't rot as quickly. Sometimes the burial has to wait for the ground to thaw, though.
Staying safe, I hope?
My father says we need to just get on with our lives. Like it's that easy.
This is the Hall of the Dead. Someday you'll end up here. My job's simple enough. They don't really complain much.
Still here. You go on ahead.
I lost my twin sister a while back. Have you ever lost anyone close?
We heading out? Let's get going.
My father says we need to just get on with our lives. Like it's that easy.
They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High... The Dunmer get their drinks at the new Nissa's Corner Club. Why they can't just call it a tavern is beyond me. Destruction magic's fine. Just don't go burning down any buildings.
Then it's true, what everyone is saying. That Aventus Aretino is doing the Black Sacrament, trying to summon the Dark Brotherhood?
Oh, Grimvar. Always with the nonsense. No, of course not. Those are just tales.
Fine, then I'll invite him out to play. He lives right there. I'm going to knock on his door.
No, child, wait! That boy, that house, they are cursed.
Ha! Then I'm right, I knew it! He's trying to have somebody killed!
All right, I won't deny it, child. What you heard is true. But Aventus Aretino walks a dark path. His actions can lead only to ruin. Now, enough. We will speak no more of this. I am the only friend you need.
Do you know my father? He's really important. He even talks to the Jarl sometimes. His name is Torsten Krulsey. He's really rich, because he owns a farm called Holyfrost. He told me once that he wanted me to grow up and be a sailor, because that's where all our family names come from. But I don't want to be a sailor or a farmer. I want to be a warrior! The strongest one ever!
I try to keep Grimvar safe. Yes, it is quite sad. A young boy, Aventus Aretino, lost his mother recently and was sent to an orphanage. But he has returned home, and people have heard strange chanting. They say it's the Black Sacrament, the ritual to contact the Dark Brotherhood. Why a little boy would want to contact a group of murderers is beyond me. But he is inviting evil into this city. All right, then.
All the Argonians at the docks are nice to me. Good thing, too. My father would run them off.
So very tired. So very tired. Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. Brawl, you old crone! You'll get what you deserve. The Dark Brotherhood will see to that. Please, how long must I do this? I keep praying, Night Mother. Why won't you answer me? Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. So very tired. You've come at last! I knew you would! It worked! I knew you'd come! I just knew it! I did the Black Sacrament over and over with the body and the things, and then you came, an assassin from the Dark Brotherhood. You don't have to say anything. There's no need. You're here, so I know you'll accept my contract. My mother, she died. I'm all alone now. So they sent me to that terrible orphanage in Riften, Honor Hall. The head mistress is an evil, cruel woman. They call her Grella the Kind, but she's not kind. She's terrible to all of us. So I ran away and came home and performed the Black Sacrament. Now you're here, and you could kill Grella the Kind. Please hurry. To be honest, I'm kind of lonely here. As much as I hated getting sent to Honor Hall, I really miss my friends there. Grodd is the head mistress of Honor Hall Orphanage, but not for long. She got sick last winter when the snows came, and she never got better, not all year. One night, she fell asleep and never woke up. So now I'm all alone, and the Jarl said I have to go into Honor Hall Orphanage. It's not fair! Please hurry. To be honest, I'm kind of lonely here. As much as I hated getting sent to Honor Hall, I really miss my friends there.
I'm right behind you. Lead on.
Be on the lookout. The butcher could be... After what happened to those other women, I'm worried about my own safety. Got some fresh baked bread and good cheese if you're after a bite to eat. Did you see the candle above the fire upstairs? It was lit 163 years ago, back when this building was the home of a grand warrior named Windhelm. When word came that he'd fallen, his son Rolff lit the candle in his honor. Nobody knows why it still burns.
Magic? Goodness, not here. Nothing dangerous like that. That's all kept to that college up in Winterhold. Better that than dealing with Ulfric's wizard like some do. Enjoy your stay, and don't break nothing. Yeah? What?
I've been a bit out of sorts since our daughter was taken from us.
This is an ode to Skyrim's truest sons and daughters, the Stormcloaks. We drink to our youth and to days come and gone, for the age of oppression is now nearly done. We'll drive out the empire from this land that we own. With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home. All hail to Ulfric, you are the High King. In your great honor, we drink and we sing.
The townsfolk... I lost my family years ago. Truth is, I don't really know what keeps me
all our lives, and when Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies.
Name's Nils. I'm the cook up at Candlehearth. Can't just throw the big log.
Is ours, and we'll see it quite clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams.
If you've got some time, stop by my House of Curiosities. I promise you'll see wonders. My sister and I once traveled the world to assemble our collection. Such adventures we had.
All right, then.
If it's a mercenary you're looking for, you found him. There's no stronger sword arm for hire in all Skyrim. Best not to walk the roads of Skyrim alone.
You a dark elf lover? Get out of our city, you filthy piece of trash.
They're parasites. They're living in our city under our protection. But what do they do for us? Nothing. I know the High King invited them here, but he didn't ask me or anyone else first. Maybe he should have.
Get out of my face.
You know about Talos? He found... We're the only temple in Skyrim that can openly worship Talos. Like anyone, a crisis will push them towards devotion. I've been seeing a lot of the Shatter Shields since they lost their daughter. Hilevi Cruelseat comes in a lot, but I haven't seen her husband here in years. Ulfric prays for strength. I speak to Captain Lonelygale, but he doesn't spend much time here. Too busy. Talos, who in life was known as Tiber Septim, united Tamriel and founded the Empire. He was rewarded for his deeds by being joined with the Divines in eternal glory, the only mortal to do so. We worship him that we might follow in his path. We can't literally join him in the heavens, but we may do our best to know them here on Nirn. The Empire's elven puppet masters never cared much for the idea of a human becoming a divine, so the worship of Talos is outlawed. Skyrim doesn't take kindly to being told what to do. And to try and forget Talos, well, they may as well ordered us all to cut off our ears. Blessings of Archay be upon you.
Captain Lonely Gale has been avoiding me. I just know it.
You didn't hear it from me, but if you want a real drink, try the Corner Club in the Grey Quarter.
This one's a favorite of mine. A legend we all know.
Did you know that candle on the mantle hasn't gone out in over 100 years? Yes.
I tell you, the Dragonborn comes.
What can I do for you?
With a voice
Need something?
of the ancient Nord art. Hello there, fellow traveler. One itinerant minstrel and wandering wastrel at your service. Ah, well, after a little incident with a roguish lad and the daughter of a prominent thane, well, let's just say, best not. Afraid not. But if you're serious about sharpening that tongue, you might try the Bard's College in Solitude. Why, to perform for my common man, of course. Why should only the courts and inns of wealthy towns be given the gift of music? The best tales are those of adventure. Who could truly write such a tale without first experiencing such? Observing and capturing the epic struggle for Skyrim, when brothers clash with bitter blades, surely there is a song to be found.
I still can't believe. Now more than ever, the world needs tales of heroism. I'll find some way. Know any tales of nobility and courage? I'm keen to record them.
You know about Talos? He founded the Empire.
Captain!
Blessings of Archay
What is
be
it now,
upon you.
Viola?
Did you notice that the snow settles in a different direction near the murder sites?
Don't you think all
Be
your
on the
traveling
lookout.
around there,
The butcher
the
could be
townsfolk call
around
me
any
captain
corner.
because I used to be a sailor.
Well,
Fair winds and calm
perhaps.
seas.
But
That's in the
still,
sailor's party.
it's curious.
Yes, I haven't got all day.
I own Holyfrost Farm outside the city. It's honest work, if a bit dull. The cruel seas have been sailors for generations. In truth, I regret not following in the footsteps of my ancestors.
If it's a mercenary you're looking for, you found him. There's no stronger sword arm for hire in all Skyrim.
How can Elda hate the Dark Elves when she knows so little about them? You didn't hear it from me, but if you want a real drink, try the Corner Club in the Grey Quarter.
If I make enough money from the farm, I'll buy myself a long ship to sail the rivers of Skyrim.
Spare a coin for...
See why the Nords like Skyrim. This crisp air is wonderful for the lungs.
Every night, I walk around the Grey Quarter and let them grayskins know. Wouldn't surprise me. They've done nothing to help in the fight for Skyrim's freedom. Those Thalmor are elves too. I bet they're working together. Maybe I should round up some men and take us a few prisoners to interrogate.
A few septims for my supper is all I ask.
Don't like it? Too bad. This is our city. Ours! Don't think I can take you? 100 septims say I can punch you back where you came from. All right? Fists only. And none of that magic stuff either. Let's go. Come on. Thought I heard something.
You're just gonna stand there and...
That the best you can do? Damn it.
I want you to fuck. Keep those hands up.
Drive that snow back to the ground. Come on!
That wasn't a fair swing.
12 septims on the big one.
Yeah. Here.
Spare a coin for a poor old woman.
Good to see you again, friend. Get out of my face.
Spare a coin for a poor old woman. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. The divine smile on a charitable soul. A few septims for my supper is all I ask.
One of the best soldiers in the Stormcloak army. I'd be out there fighting the Imperials right now, ever since that Imperial Craven ran me through from behind.
I'm a sailor on the North Wind. We're laying over in It's good to spend some time on solid land.
Spent my life serving Talos. I don't plan to stop now, no matter what the Empire says. Talos, the way I see it, Ulfric's fighting... Holy war. Get away from me.
Still here.
Everything...
There's no glory in war. It's just something they tell soldiers so they'll risk their lives.
Can I help you? My sister and I once traveled. I don't care. It bothers me that fewer people come to Windhelm these days.
You see those warriors from Hammerfell? They've got curved swords. Curved swords.
I once killed 6 men single-handed while rescuing my brothers in arms from ambush by an Imperial patrol.
The best way for us to win the Nord... Too many Dark Elves in Windhelm. I'm proud of my farm. Takes no small effort to grow crops in this part of Skyrim.
Farm work is hard work. It's good to Of course working for Bolfrida isn't my first choice. But what else
I
can
thought
a
the
Dunmer
Grey
do?
Quarter would be a haven for my
Windhelm is divided into 4 quarters. The Grey Quarter is the one that's home to all the city's dark elves. If it looks to you like an impoverished slum, that's because it is. Ulfric prefers that we live in squalor. He has nothing but disdain for anyone who isn't a Nord. He tolerates us, but that's the extent of his hospitality. Not a day goes by that I don't think about returning to the ancestral home of my people. Still, even with the rough treatment we've had at the hands of Ulfric and his lot, I've got ties here. It's probably more trouble to pack up and leave than it is to stay. Besides, Amberus can't run the corner club on his own. It was a pleasure. The corner club's been filling up at night lately. I'll bet Elda up at Candlehearth is jealous.
Important deliveries to make. No time for chatting.
We might be poor, but is it really any better out there?
Apparently some Nord women were murdered. Not sure why I should care. Well, you see where we have to live. This forgotten alley. All the filth from the upper quarters flows downhill, like they say. Good luck getting one of the guards to help with anything. I tried to get Ulfric to even come down here to see the squalor, but the High Lord of his mightiness couldn't find the time. Where else would we be? When the Red Mountain burned, you could scarcely breathe in Morrowind, so we came west. Windhelm was the first city on that road, and here we are. If we had known the Nords would be so unwelcoming, we may have kept walking. None of that matters to me. Until someone takes a Dunmer, I'll let Windhelm deal with its own problems. The College of Winterhold is the only place in Skyrim open-minded enough to teach magic. Although Ulfric's court wizard has been known to take on apprentices once in a while. If you need another drink, I'll be right here.
Important deliveries to make. No time for chatting.
What the? Things have been a lot worse around here since Ulfric took over.
I've got your back. You go on ahead.
Apparently some Nord women were murdered. Not sure why I should care. the cold of Skyrim that gets to me. It's the stink from the people.
We heading out? Let's get going.
Important deliveries to make.
I thought the Grey Quarter would...
I once killed 6 men single-handed while rescuing my brothers in arms from ambush by an Imperial patrol.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away. All my goods are legitimate, which is more than I can say for some. I like to share my good fortune with those who deserve it. Of course nothing in here is stolen. Only a careless, shameful, idiotic fetcher would do something as stupid as to buy pilfered goods. Oh, by Azura, I've made a terrible mistake. I bought a gold ring, and Viola Giordano has been missing a ring that looks just like it. It's not that easy. She'd go to the Jarl if she knew I was even remotely involved. You have to get it to her some other way. Look, it's dangerous. But if you sneak the ring into her house, put it in a dresser or something, I will make it worth your while. I've scraped this collection together by whatever means I could. I do some business with the trade caravans, and I've picked up a number of items from adventurers like yourself. A few intrepid souls even brought some items back from Morvenskar, the fort southwest of the city. Don't let Viola catch you in her house.
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
Spare a coin for a poor old woman. It's so good to see you again.
I'm right behind you. You go on ahead. We heading out? Let's get going.
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll?
The townsfolk call me captain because I used to be a sailor.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. Have you taken care of that little problem? Thank you, thank you! Azura's prophecy always guides you to fortune. Speaking of fortune, here. Everything I earned from my last shipment. It's yours. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Do come again.
Won't give us a straight answer.
Trouble? True Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on Whiterun.
And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against us.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
You think I need to send Bolgraf a stronger message?
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet.
Taking his city.
There's no glory in war.
Would make a
it's
more
just something they tell
statement,
soldiers so they'll risk their lives.
So we're ready to start this war in earnest then?
Soon.
I still say you should take them all out like you...
Damn faithless Imperials.
Torrig was
fight or die well.
Other Jarls. Whoever we
I'll take my leave then.
Will need the support of our armies.
We're ready when you are.
Next Imperial I see is
Whiterun.
dead.
If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not,
keep
your
eyes
open. The people are behind you.
Many, I fear, still need convincing.
Then let them die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long time. We know the price of freedom. But people are still weighing things in their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have families to think of.
How many of their sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their families.
Well put, friend. Tell me, Galmar, why do you fight for me?
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Yes, but why do you fight? If not for me, what then?
I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not one in this?
I fight for the men I've held in my arms, dying on foreign soil. I fight for their wives and children whose names I heard whispered in their last breath. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find our country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people, impoverished to pay the debts of an empire too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves. I fight so that all the fighting I've already done hasn't been for nothing. I fight because I must.
Your words give voice to what we all feel, Ulfric. And that's why you will be High King. But the day words are enough will be the day when soldiers like us are no longer needed.
I would gladly retire from the world, were such a day to dawn.
Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
Galmar thinks we should double our men in the Reach.
A reasonable strategy.
And you, Jorleif?
Well, sir, the hold of Falkreath is fairly vulnerable, and blocks the only road from Cyrodiil.
I'm not sure you belong here, friend.
To be sure, my lord, I am not skilled in the arts of war or military tactics.
But you're able to see the hold in the parts, and for that I'm grateful.
As you wish, sir.
Only the foolish or the courageous approach a Jarl without summons. Do I know you? Is that so? Yes. You were with us at Helgen. Destined for the chopping block, if I'm not mistaken. Rolff's alive.
I hope that's true. He's a damn good man, but he hasn't returned yet. So I'll need to wait for his account. For now, speak with Galmar. I'm always looking for able fighters. Not everyone can say they made it out of Helgen. Seems we're all branded villains these days. So long as your criminal past stays in the past, and you fight for me with honor and integrity, we'll welcome you into our ranks.
Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
Speak with Galmar. He'll size you up and see where we can best use your talents. Be careful out there.
The Stormcloaks are finding victory across... Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward. Grew up here. Cold as Admora, but that just grows the beard thicker. Lot of history in these walls. We're trying to make some more. It's a lucky time to be alive. For Ulfric? Well, nothing official. Known him for years. He seems to value my thoughts, and I'm grateful for that. I don't really have a mind for war, and I think he likes having an untrained opinion from time to time. Travel safely. It's dangerous out there.
Speak with Galmar. He'll size you up and see where we can best use your talent. The Imperials have really dug into Whiterun. We'll wrest it from them soon enough. We must. Its central position is key.